Καλησπέρα και από μένα. Ο Oriol είναι από την Ισπανία φυσικά. Έχει έδρα στην Βαρκελόνη. Έχει πάνω από 20 χρόνια εμπειρία στο χώρο των μπαρ. Και εδώ και 10 χρόνια ταξιδεύει σε όλο τον κόσμο μιλώντας για την κουλτούρα των Tiki. Έχει εκπαιδευτεί, έχει εξειδικευτεί, έχει ασχοληθεί πάρα πολύ με τα Tiki Cocktails και τον έχουμε σήμερα κοντά μας για να σας δείξει κάποια πράγματα σχετικά με τα Tiki Cocktails. Δεν χρειάζεται να είσαστε expert, να ξέρετε πάρα πολλά πράγματα, απλά ακούστε τον προσεκτικά και δείτε τι ακριβώς κάνει για να σας μεταφέρει αυτή την κουλτούρα και την τέχνη και την τεχνική των Tiki Cocktails. Θα τον έχουμε για λίγο χρόνο, γιατί ταξιδεύει το απόγευμα στο περίπτερό μας που είναι στο C25 εδώ πέρα στην αίθουσα αυτή εδώ πέρα, που μπορείτε να έρθετε να τον δείτε. Ευχαριστώ. Καλή παρουσίαση. Here's to you, Oriol.
Yes. I have it.
Ευχαριστούμε κύριε Νίκο.
Thank you.
So let's go, Elias. Please.
Aloha, or as we say in my country, hola a todos, bienvenidos. I'll just say, I don't understand nothing that they talk about me. I hope there are kind words. But I can't speak Greek. I'm so sorry. I come from Spain. Think that in Spain, the 80% of the people don't speak English also. And then, so sorry for my bad Spanish English, okay? I will try to communicate as much as I can. If not, Nikos from Le Bon Gourmet will be gentle to translate me if you at some point don't understand me. As I suppose that they told, I'm a bartender focused on rum and tiki cocktails. Right now, in the last year, I'm not working more at a bar, but I'm traveling the world, spreading the word of tiki, talking on seminars, even making professional trainings, making trainings for non-professional, working for brands, making consultancies, and talking about my favorite topics, okay? And today I come to talk about the craft of tiki cocktail. I want to put in 45 minutes an idea in your brain. It's okay, that's a tiki cocktail and how I can make it, okay? The first thing to understand tiki cocktails is to understand this man, more known as Don the Beachcomber. He's the creator in the 30s in the United States of a new kind of cocktails. At this point, they are not known as tiki cocktails. They are more known as rum rhapsodies or exotic cocktails. And if we have to think, only one definition about tiki cocktail is this, is an elaboration of the traditional planter's punch formula balancing sour, sweet, strong, weak, and spice components. The first thing is that it's an elaboration of the traditional formula of planter's punch. Then, it's a cocktail inspired in the traditional Caribbean cocktails. It's a thing that grows from the basic palette of a traditional Jamaican classic cocktail. And then, he gives us 6 important points in a tiki cocktail: sour, sweet, strong, weak, and spice, and then the balance. That 6 things are the most important things on a tiki cocktail. The sour can be the citrus juice, orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit. The sweet is the sugar part of the cocktail. It can be fruit syrup, spiced syrups, or mix of different kind of sweeteners to give more layers of flavors. The strong, usually on tiki cocktails, the strong is the rum, but you can use more than one spirit. I will explain you later. The weak, I always used to tell it's the stupid part of a drink, the weakness, because the people when drinks alcohol wants to get drunk. But it's more important, first for the hangover, second for the balance, to add water or ice to chill and dilute the cocktails. And the 5th element, the best element on a tiki cocktail is the spice. The spiced ingredients like liquors like pimento dram, falernum, bitters like angostura, absinthe, they are the special weapon, the secret weapon of Don the Beachcomber, the spices. But the best and most important concept is the 6th one, the balance. Because when the people tell, no, I don't like tiki cocktails because they are too sweet, well, maybe it's a bad tiki cocktail. Or it's too strong, okay, maybe at some point it's strong, a tiki cocktail, but the thing is that you have to feel all the 5 points. You have to feel the citrus, you have to feel the sweetness, you have to feel the alcohol, you have to feel that it's well diluted, and you need to feel the spices. but it has to be well balanced. The most important thing for a tiki cocktail is the balance. Then, knowing what's a tiki cocktail, knowing the parts of a tiki cocktail, let's create tiki cocktails. What do you need to create the tiki cocktails? The first thing, brain. Think about this. What's the first thing for me? What spirit will be the strong on my drink? If I go traditional, the lots of traditional cocktails of Don the Beachcomber between the 30s and the 50s are made with rum. Also mixing different kinds of rum. And the most common, if you want to make tiki cocktails, classic tiki cocktails, the 90% of that cocktails has these 7 styles of rum. Aged Martinique rum, gold and dark Jamaican, dark overproof, rum from Guyana, and gold and light Puerto Rican. With the 7 bottles, you can make the 95% of the classic tiki cocktails. Now we have more rums that we can put inside a tiki cocktail, but that's the classic palette of rums. But the question is, and I can make a tiki cocktail with tequila, or I can make a tiki cocktail with vodka, or I can make a tiki cocktail with bourbon. Yes, you can. Why? Because Trader Vic introduced other spirits on the 40s, on the tiki cocktails. Because he's smart. He thinks, okay, all the people that came to my bar drink rum? No. I have to push them to drink rum? No. I can put other spirits in my cocktail? Yes. And on tiki, more in modern tiki, you can find a lot of different spirits. The classic rum, Scotch bourbon rye, sherry vermouth wine, gin, vodka, different liquors, tequila, mezcal, aquavit, bitters and amaros. You will see in one cocktail that I will make today, I use Angostura bitter like an ingredient, not like a bitter, no, like a liquor, half an ounce, and it's amazing. Yeah, it's tasty. Cachaça, brandy, cognac, pisco. Every single time that I went to Peru, all the Peruvians told me, yeah, but we have plenty of pisco. We can make tiki with pisco. Yes, of course. Try it, bring to yourself, bring to your ingredients. Yesterday I was talking with Thanos Prunarus about metaxa. Here you have lots of metaxa. I never tasted, and I asked, what's metaxa? And he explained me it's a kind of brandy with some wine added. And man, there is a lot of tiki cocktails with brandy. Play with your ingredient. You can make it more local, okay? Then, after that question, okay, I'm always going for rum. Some points I change, but mainly for rum. What kind of cocktail do you want to make? There is, for example, these 3 examples. A twist on an existing tiki drink. There is so many reasons that a classic tiki drink need to be renovated. I will show you. And take, for example, a classic tropical cocktail. For example, piña colada. And tikify it. Use spiced flavors and other things, and take a classic tropical cocktail and bring to the tiki side. And then, the last one, create an original tiki cocktail by yourself. Always thinking on the 6 points that I told you. Okay? The next, use the proper method or technique for the drink. Normally on tiki cocktails, we shake, we blend, and we swizzle. But sometimes I'm gossip always. I'm always checking internet, and I was looking everything, and I saw people with tiki mags like this, swizzling cocktails. And I think, okay, let's see what they are making swizzle in a tiki mag. Recipe, 4 ounces of grapefruit, 6 ounces of pineapple, 3 ounces of coconut cream. Man, put that in a blender. Because if you swizzle a cocktail, you use normally a highball. You put rum, you put a bit of lime, a bit of syrup, bitter, and something, but it's a short drink with lots of ice. You swizzle that, and you you freeze the glass. It's a classic swizzle. You can't put lots of juice, lot of coconut cream, and in a Big Mac. No, that's a cocktail that you have to make in a blender. You need, for example, you can swizzle a daiquiri, yes, but you need ice. It's not a daiquiri. It will be a long sour. But for me, a daiquiri, I shake that. A piña colada, I blend that. A Queen's Park swizzle, I swizzle this. You need to understand every single process, any single method, and any single tool that you are going to add in your cocktail, okay? Then, that's, you know that part. It's an important part. Use tiki-related ingredients, because you have to think that I talk all time about tiki as exotic cocktail. And vodka brings you to the tropics? No. Vodka bring me to Russia. Popcorn bring me to the tropics? No, it bring me to the cinema. Oreo cookies bring me to the tropics? No, it bring me to the supermarket and fat American people. You know, there is some nice flavors that give you to the tiki palate, like citrus, tropical fruits, honey, coffee, allspice, ginger beer, hibiscus, different things that fit well on a tiki cocktail. But for example, for me, marmalade, cardamom, peas, popcorn, Red Bull, for me it's not tiki. It doesn't mean that you can't use on a tiki cocktail, because the people tell me, in Tiki by the Sea, they told me that you are telling me that I cannot use cardamom on a tiki cocktail. No, man, you can use cardamom on a tiki cocktail, but it has to have tropical flavor. You can use cardamom on a gin tonic whey, or you can use lemongrass on a, you know, you can use all the ingredients that you want, but the final result has to be exotic, has to be tropical, and has to translate you to the Caribbean or a Polynesian beach, you know. You have to think on the concept, think on the ingredients, and think on the flavors, okay? Then you have to improve your garnish game. It's important on tiki, but it doesn't mean that you have to put a lot of things in a cocktail. You can be classic. For example, the classic tiki cocktail was more focused on the aroma. For that reason, they use mint sprigs, they grate nutmeg on the top of the cocktails, they make floats of bitters, because when you bring that to your mouth, your smell detect these flavors and aromas and introduce on your palate, okay? And it was simply and classic. But now the modern tiki make more massive garnish like this with the pineapple leaf, with the pineapple piece, with the orchid, with the straw, with the umbrella. Okay, paper umbrellas is the only artificial thing that I allow in a cocktail, in a tiki cocktail, because I don't want feathers, I don't want parrots, you know. It's not an ice cream of the beach, you know. It's a tiki cocktail. You can put the kid's point of the paper umbrella, but that's it. Also, you can make weird things like this. It's a big turtle bowl with crazy moais made with bananas, kiwi, every single thing, and make something very massive with a sense. Or you can make all the theater like this, with flowers, with a tiki mic inside a tiki mug, with dry ice, make something spectacular, okay? But you can do that thing. You can be crappy. That's crappy. That's horrible. That's not tiki. You can make whatever you want on garnish on that way, but don't make that, please. That's. Then, I always, to finish about that, make the people think about. Think about what? For example, when I started working at Caribbean Club, I used to prepare a tiki menu only for the bar, and the owner told me, you can put whatever you want, 10 drinks, you can make whatever, but please think on the door of the bar. What it means? Every single moment that the door opens, somebody entered to the bar. Every single customer are different, and you need in your menu a cocktail for each different customer that is going to cross the door. Think on your customer profiles. Then your regional palate. For example, in Spain it's not the same to make cocktails in the north than in the south. The south, they love 1 ounce or 1 ounce and a half more of syrup inside the cocktail than in the north. It's more sweet palate. Also, for example, I made a consultancy on a hotel on Malta, and I asked, what's the palate here? The people love to eat cakes after dinner, after lunch. They have sweet palate. I make a sweet cocktail menu, and they love that. It's the thing that you need to think, what are you going to make that, and where are you going to make that, okay? Also, you need to understand tiki as something universal. Okay, it was born in California. It was born in the 30s. Now I live in Spain, in Barcelona, in 2019. The rams are the same? No. The citrus are the same? No. And why I have to be focused on look for a taste of 80 years ago that maybe I have better ingredients than at this moment? I have to think that maybe I live in Peru and I have plenty of pisco, but the recipe calls for cognac, and I'm going to import cognac from France to have the cocktail. No, man, you have pisco. Use pisco. Be smart. It's cheaper and maybe it's better than the cognac that you will import. It's for that I always make the people think on what they have around. Why do you think, why do you think Don the Beachcomber used pineapple and passion fruit in his cocktails? Pineapple was cheap because they have lots of import. And then passion fruit was cultivated in California and looks tropical. Nothing else. For me, it's stupid to use fresh passion fruit in Barcelona because each one costs €1 and never has the same flavor. And it's stupid. I prefer to use commercial passion fruit, you know? Then, discover and play with the tradition and flavors of your country. Every single time. I always put the example of Peru because I was amazed with them because they are telling me, no, because we don't have the lemon that you have. Man, you have 8 different kinds of citrus. You can play with an amazing range of citrus. You have an amazing culture of food of the Amazonia. Spices, liquors, spirits. Use that. And here is the same example, Metaxa. I don't know more about your spirits, but for sure you have amazing things to explode here with local flavor. You have to investigate. You have to make the difference. And also create your signature ingredients. Your local thing will make you make the difference, okay? Then, after that, I want to show you some cases of creating cocktails, okay? The first case is how you can improve an existing tiki cocktail. Someday I was checking a book of Beachboom Berry, and there is a part of modern tiki cocktails of different people. And I found this, the Kiwi's Nest Grog, is from Klaas McClure, in the 2008. And as you will understand later, Klaas McClure is a home bartender. It's a guy who made ceramics, and he made that cocktail. And I started reading the recipe, and it looks interesting, but it looks strange for me. Because it called for 1 whole fresh lemon, half fresh kiwi, Martinique rum, like Virgin Island rum, dark Jamaican rum, lots of orgeat syrup, pimento dram, and orange bitters. And I think, okay, let's see what he made with this. First, in a shaker, muddle kiwi and lemon to extract all the juice. Add all the ingredients and shake with ice cubes, strain and garnish. Okay, problems. 1 whole lemon and half kiwi. The word muddle and the word strain. You can think, okay, a caipirinha. I make a caipirinha, I muddle the lime inside. It's okay. But if you see, there is a white part in the lime inside that it's bitter. And in the lemon, this white part is like this. You muddle lemon, all the bitterness inside. You take the kiwi, you peel, okay, you peel, but it has seeds. Okay, muddle. Put all the things, shake, and then you have to strain. And when you want to strain, it makes a mud, a kind of something that you can sculpt and make something like this, okay, with seeds, fibers, and also all the peel of the citrus. That it takes you for around between 5 and 10 minutes to strain the cocktail. Okay? And it makes a mess, and okay, he's a home bartender, he do it at home. What's the reason? Because he used the lemon and the kiwi. Because he has an iguana at home and he has the fridge, plenty of that because it's the food that eats the iguana. It's a good reason, but for me, in a bar, it's not useful. Okay? Problems. Fresh tropical fruit in a cocktail, it's nice, but it means no flavor standardization, availability problems, and short experience and cost. In a bar, at least in Spain, now we have plenty of kiwi, for example, but which kiwi? Green or gold? It changes the flavor. If the kiwi is from New Zealand, it's different than if the kiwi is from Spain. It changes the flavor. It's more sweet, more acid. It's no flavor standardization. Then it expires. You have to peel it. Cost. Muddled citrus will peel inside in a shaker, means an extra unpleasant bitterness. Then why you don't make juice with the lemon? One lemon, 1.5 ounce of juice. Easy. And then the fruit peels, flesh, and seeds, told you, make a mat inside, and it takes long time. You can spend in a bar 5 minutes straining. No, wait, I'm straining that because I want that it feels perfect. Okay, no. You need to think another way to do that. And that was my idea. That's the cocktail original, that's my cocktail. Also about the rum. For me, it's a no-sense combination because it's Martinique rum and Jamaican rum is the perfect combination of a Mai Tai. But you put light Virgin Island rum that it's multi-column rum and it tastes like vodka, it's neutral. It's stupid. Then make the rum combination of Mai Tai, agricole, Jamaican. 1 whole fresh lemon, 1.5 fresh lemon. I'm not going to use fresh fruit. I'm going to use kiwi real because it has fruit inside. It was a standard on flavor. It allows me to have always the same flavor in the cocktail. And I don't have to think on expediency and season and cost. Okay? Then, 1 ounce of orgeat, it's crazy. I use 1/4 because I also have sugar on the kiwi real. I respect the Angostura orange bitters because it allows me to add an extra bitterness, and I put out the peel. And I add Lemacule Tiki bitters because I need some spicy flavor. Okay? I'm going to prepare that. I'm going to make 2 cocktails, and you will taste. I have the rum agricole. Agricole rum, dark Jamaican,
Are you bring these ingredients from home?
yeah.
How you pass
Yeah.
it from the airport?
I check.
Ah.
I check my luggage because of the tools. Always. The tools, the liquids, all inside, and I will fly. I'm always crossing fingers that it returns because at some point, at some trip, they lost my luggage with all my tools, and I was like, I want to die. But normally, it was safe. It was safe. Okay, then I'm going to add the lemon juice. I'm used to travel with almost everything to assure. Kiwi real, 3/4. Okay. Orgeat. Pimento drum. I always fly with little bottles of everything. It's easier for me. Then, Angostura orange. And Lemacule Tiki bitters. Then, time to shake.
Παλαμάκια, πάμε. Here we go, here we go.
Okay, that's it. Now is the moment that I will spend 10 minutes of my presentation straining that. No, sorry, it's a joke. No. But at some point, you can do that. I will put in. Let's stop a bit with ice to finish. Let's take a mint sprig. Slice of kiwi. And let's add some color with a cherry. Okay, and we have here my version of the kiwi nest grog. You can taste it. He will pass that with some
Θα
straw.
περάσουμε εμείς με τα ποτά. Thank you.
And that's a case. Oh, I need to return. Can you put my presentation, please? And that's the case that you saw a recipe and you think, okay, that looks nice, but there is a problem in, and I need to arrange. And you can make a twist on the cocktail. Then the other thing, the case number 2, it was an existing cocktail on the menu of Tahiti, Tiki Cocktail bar that I used to work for 2 years. And I designed the menu and I designed the drink, making something amazing. But I think that it's something strange. It's the case that I told you that about using Angostura as a liquor inside. And when we make that cocktail in the menu, we saw that the cost of the cocktail was 2.53 euros. And if you calculate a 25% of pour cost, you have to sell it at 10.11 euros. And my owner, and the bar owner, told that he only wants to sell cocktails at 8 or 10 euros. Then, every single cocktail that you sell, you are losing 11 cents of benefits. But he told me, no, okay, but maybe another cocktail will recover that and we can compensate. Okay, that's fine. But the problem was at the point that this cocktail became popular and was the top seller of the bar. We are losing lots of money. And the owner told me, man, we need to keep that cocktail, but we need to arrange the recipe. We need to arrange the cost. And I started making engineering on that. And then I suggest this other recipe. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ingredients. And we muddle cherries inside. It's a process. And we need to save time, and we need to save money. Then, this cocktail evolves. The one that I will make here is the number 3. It's a recipe that evolves to number 2, but the number 3 is because I make a mix of 3 ingredients to easify and make faster the job, you know. But the idea is to change 2 Jamaican rams to 1, keep the lime and angostura, I premix the cinnamon, pimento, and orgeat, and the expensive cost, 38 euros cents of the cocktail was cherry herring and maraschino cherries. What's the solution for that? I have to keep the same flavor and keep the same color and the same aspect. Solution, black cherry real. It's cheaper, it has the cherry taste, it lowers a bit the alcohol of the cocktail, that it's okay because the cocktail is strong, but allow me to make that. Total cost, 1.96 euros, 2.53. Pour cost, 25%, proposed price, 7.84, and the retail price is 10. On the first one, I was losing 11 cents. Here, I was I was earning 2.16 euros per each cocktail, and I served the same thing, and the regular customers didn't take care about that. For them, if I didn't explain to them, they didn't feel that I'm serving something different, okay? Then, I'm going to prepare to you this Jamaican spiced swizzle, and you will taste the experience. I will swizzle that directly in the glass. I'm going to take the gold Jamaican. Tell me. Yeah, if you can clean it to me, please. I will need for the next cocktail. Thank you. Then, lime juice. I don't need to muddle on that version. Angostura. Half ounce. Then the bastard mix, as I told you, it's orgeat, cinnamon, and pimento dram, equal parts. And the secret of the cost is the black cherry real. And you keep the fresh fruit, real fruit, inside of the cocktail. And then we have to swizzle that. Thank you. Okay. And we are going to fill it with crushed ice till the top. And we put this garnish with cherry, lime, and bamboo stick. And that's the Jamaican spiced swizzle number 3. It's the case that, okay, we have a nice cocktail, but we need to improve the cost. Okay, it's ways to create cocktails. I lost my, oh, that's smart. Then I also told you that I can create cocktails without taking inspiration or need to improve on other ones. And then every single time that I want to create a new cocktail, I have to go here. I have to think about that man, Don the Beachcomber. Think about the structure, about the classic rhyme of the recipe of the planter's punch. 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak. Add the 5 of spice to make it nice. And respect that. Always respecting that. It's the real heart of a tiki cocktail, you know. And then, if I have that, I want to create a cocktail. I'm going to add things inside. For example, if I had to put sour, I choose lemon and orange. It's a good combination. It's always the orange need a bit of another citrus more sour because orange is more sweeter. You always need to be on the side of lemon, of lime, or grapefruit. It needs to be a bit compensated, okay? Also, on 2 of sweet, I choose one of my favorite flavors of real because it's something special and I never found a homemade syrup that can compare to that because it's a pumpkin spiced syrup. It's a pumpkin spiced with ginger, cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And it has so special flavor. And I always think that it could work very well in tropical cocktails, not only on Halloween drinks, you know. And I add that because it gives me sweet, some special flavor, and also give me spices, okay? On the 3 of strong, I love that combination, dark Jamaican rum, aged agricole rum. But I also love to make a float with black blended overproof rum with something like Plantation FTD or Lemon Hard 151 to give kick to the cocktail, and I love to float that on the top. Okay? The wick, crushed ice, and the spices, pimento dram and angostura bitters. And I'm going to serve on tiki mug, but with a bit of theater. You will see. I'm going to prepare the cocktail. I want to make a complex and a strong drink. Dark Jamaican. Here I add that because of the molasses, strong dark molasses flavor of the Jamaican rum. Then lemon juice, 2 ounces. It will be the main citrus of the cocktail. And also some orange juice, 1 ounce, to give more sweet part of citrus flavor. One ounce and a half of the amazing pumpkin spice real. Then pimento drum, half ounce. Wait, things of the direct. And 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Hey. Well, I will add like this because it was near to end. Then I will shake with crushed ice. Okay. I will take that Tiki Max. Fill that. Okay. Add a bit of crushed ice. Some float of overproof. And then I'm going to add the theater here. Some lime. Some sugar cube. And then I bring my magic bottle. And put that on fire. And that's the forgotten headhunter. Please try it, but when the flame goes down, will be better for your straw, you know? And that's another, oh shit. That's so beautiful. Now, amazing. That's a different case of creating a tiki cocktail, but in that case, from nothing, okay? Think a structure and let's go, let's make a cocktail, let's make growing from the nothing. That's another kind of tiki mag where I used to serve that. And the very, 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 very important part of tiki cocktails are one word, aloha. Okay? Because you have to think that a tiki cocktail is not a drink. It's a whole experience. When you go to a tiki bar, you go to a nice place, a nice environment, to see the nice decor, to think that you are in a tropical beach with nothing else than the breeze of the sea in your face, when a wahine dressed like Tahitian serves you a drink inside a coconut with some smoke and a long straw, and you relax in the paradise without thinking, and make them enjoy all the 50% part of the experience that is not inside the cocktail. With this, I hope that you have a little brightness inside the mind. I translate something to you, and it may change you on some way and try to improve something, only maybe a detail, But for me, it's important to put that seed inside of you. With that, I always tell 3 words. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias a todos. Ha sido un placer. It was a pleasure. Okay. If you have questions, I'm here. If you want to taste something, I'm here. If you want to taste all the real brand, these guys are in the stand of Le Bon Gourmet. He will make you taste everything.
Στο
Okay.
περίπτερο C...
And
στο περίπτερο C24.
you can find me on 3 of Strong on Instagram. Okay, whatever you need, I'm here.
What about your website? I think you have a website as well.
Yeah, I have a website. It's 3ofstrong.com.
Excellent, because
Yeah.
I found out my researches.
Yeah,
and
I have
found
a
you-
website about tiki, recipes, everything.
Excellent.
It's a bit, because I don't have too much time to upload things, but there is a lot of material inside, and it's in Spanish and in English.
Excellent.
It's okay,
Excellent.
it's 3ofstrong.com. You can find me in Instagram, Facebook, everywhere.
I will find any questions. Έχουμε κάποιες ερωτήσεις. For sure someone will ask, can you
One question.
Can you please tell me my Thai recipe?
Yeah, it's easy.
I would like to ask, so how do you give the names on your cocktails? It's like, do you think for a history?
Man,
do you go,
it's
do you think for
it's
an
my
island?
problem. It's my
Okay.
problem. Every single time that I have to think on the name of the cocktail, of a cocktail, or the name of a seminar, of a name of a masterclass, for me it's, oh man, that's. I have more problems with the names than with creating cocktails, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And I always try to feel an inspiration. For example, the other day, my friend Matteo Sposto asked me to make a cocktail for real for the Women's Day. And I have to... Buenas noches. Buenas tardes. I have to make a cocktail for the Women's Day, and the thing is that he told me, okay, I want that you use peach real on site. And I was start thinking on the cocktail, and I serve that in a clamshell tiki mug. It's so beautiful, but when I have everything finished, I was thinking, what's the name? Okay, it's for the Women's Day. I want to put the cocktail a woman's name. And it's a tiki cocktail. Why not to put a Hawaiian name? And I found a name that it's so beautiful that it's called Kailani. Kailani means sea and sky. And I think, okay, that's good for the cocktail. It's Hawaiian, it's a woman name, it has a meaning, it means sea, and I serve that in a clamshell mug. But you have to think about the history. For me, it's more important the history of the cocktail than the real name. Because the good thing on a cocktail is that you can tell a history. Because when you serve the cocktail to the customer, you can explain the history of the cocktail and blah, 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 blah. And telling us history is always important. And the name, man, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's... Sorry? Tell me? Yeah, you can... Yeah, because I have a producer of Tiki Max in Spain that make monkeys. The worst monkey ever. And I have one, and okay, I have to make a cocktail, and the cocktail was red, and okay, it's the monkey blood or the monkey brain, you know. You can play with the service, you can play with the event that you are creating, that or the situation. Yeah. Or maybe you have a phrase, or I don't know. It's maybe may the force be with you. You know, you can make a cocktail with a name. You know, you can play on that. You can play on that. But it's always you have to think. For me, it's easier make the cocktail than put the name. Yeah, but I also serve a lot on glass, because the Tiki Mug not always allowed to see the color of the cocktail, and sometimes I prefer the glass. Any questions? Do you like the cocktails? Yes.
Excellent.
You have it
Balance.
here.
As you said in the beginning, balance.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And for me, that's it. If you don't have more questions, I will have to clean. the mess
Oriol,
that I make here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
You are more than
you
welcome.
coming.
My pleasure to be
Thank
here.
you very much. It was excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to drink.